here's my review for this week's Bleach Manga chapter 537. So let's get into this. So this week's Bleach Manga chapter, it was another solid chapter for this week's Bleach. So give a round of applause because there's some good stuff in here. We get the origins or the reason why Misaki died. You know, the real reason that Misaki died. You also get information about Katagiri. I was like, yeah, like we're all right on this when it comes to Katagiri. So you know, like fist pump, man. Yeah, I was pretty happy about that. And also at the end of this chapter, man, at the end of this chapter, that's where you been, Uryu. That's where you been, huh? You got it all fitted and everything. You know, you still have your little, underdress, whatever the crap that you wore before, but you also got a jacket now. You're looking all epic and stuff like that. All wearing white and everything. You freaking epic, man. I was like, yeah, you good, man. You good. So, let's talk about Katagiri. Like I said, Katagiri is in fact, and like I said, give us a round of applause. Fist bumps all this way, that way, this way. It doesn't really matter which way, but but yeah, Katagiri is in fact the mother of Uryu Ishida. So I'm happy about that, and I was just like, we knew. It was, I guess it's really predictable, but I'm just glad it's there. I like the fact that's the case right there. Not to mention there was like a little background when they were talking about that, and we saw Ryukin actually. And that's interesting, too. Like, you see Ryukin in the panel, and he seems like he's at his home and stuff. So I'm curious, does he know that Uryu went with Yuha Bak? That's what I'm wondering. And what side is he on? What is Ryukin's side? Is he still going to work with Shin and the not the Quincies, but the Shinigamis, or work with the Quincies? Like, what's he going to do exactly? Because the thing here is, each Go needs a trainer to train him in the ways of the Quincy, you know what I mean? So, I'm curious to what's going on here. But the flashback is finally over. When it comes to Misaki lost her powers due to the fact that Yuha Bak came into the play and took her powers away. Same thing he did with Katagiri, which is why Katagiri ended up also dying as well. Although she got sick or something like that and then died. But the whole point is, Yuha Bak was taking people's powers away that were impure Quincies, basically. And Katagiri, yes, was like mixed blood. So that's why he was just taking her powers back and replenishes his power and using it as his own. And when it comes to him, now, this is something that was kind of throwing me off with this chapter, and it kind of sounds like to me that Yuha Bak is a transcendent being. Yeah, I was like, oh snaps! Like this, like a transcendent being. So I'm curious, man. That's how he survived so long, and I'm just curious. I want to know what his origins exactly of how he came to be and stuff like that, because he's the one that created the Quincies. He's the one that did it. He's the king of Quincies. So in a sense, he's kind of similar to the Soul King in a way. So I'm just saying, so he is a foe to be messing with. Though it's very, very interesting. It's very, very interesting because 1,000 years ago, Yamamoto fought against this transcendent being, Yuha Bak. Maybe he didn't have the same type of power he does now, or what? Because, how they explained it when it comes to this folklore, where you gain his heart at 900 years, and then 90 years he gained something else, but then 9 years he started regaining his powers, which is why he started taking people's powers away around 9 years ago, which is where Misaki ended up dying. Because the thing is, Misaki was supposed to die by Grand Fisher, because the fact is he was much stronger than Grand Fisher, and that's why if she didn't even bother to try to help or anything, though he couldn't do anything anyways, but he would have came if she needed help, you know what I mean? But he didn't have to come because Misaki's in fact stronger than that hollow, but she didn't have her power, so that's why she died. So, like I said, when it comes to Yuha Bak, it's interesting, but it also goes very interesting too when it comes to Yamamoto, because that means Yamamoto fought against another a transcendent being, which means he can fight a transcendent being. I'm just saying, when it comes to feats and stuff like that, when it comes to fighting capabilities, it's very interesting. But like again, maybe he wasn't a transcendent being at the time. I don't know. It's interesting. It's very interesting. We need to know more about this before I start elaborating more into this thing. But it's interesting about Yuha Bak. I want to know more about this guy now, because he's very, very interesting. He's always a beast. And I like the fact that we also end up going back at the end of this chapter in his palace, sitting there like chilling like a villain. So like chilling like a villain, Hoshwald ends up introducing the new recruit, son. The new recruit, freaking Uryu Ishida. I was like, oh snaps! I was like, he's all styling up, man. He's all styling up. He's looking like the rest of them and everything. Like, let's do this, man. And so he also is saying, let's fight together, my son. And he calls him Prince of Light, the Prince Von Lich. So it's interesting. And when it comes to Uryu, because here's the thing, Uryu technically isn't he like a not pure blood, but isn't he a mixed blood too? So it's, he seemed like he puts him on a high pedestal on Uryu anyways. So is he mixed blood or is he? No, no, no. Yes, well, no. He's pure blood. But like I said, his mother was half breed, but his father was pure breed. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's still pure breed. I think they said it before. So I'm just probably saying some stupid stuff right at the moment. So sorry. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I want to see because they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. Ichigo and Uryu are probably gonna have to fight each other. So it's gonna be interesting. I wonder how much power that Uryu got right now. Does he not do blue vein and blue artery and all that stuff? I don't know. I want to see. I'm interested. I can't wait. I love this. So I love that they were also out of this flashback. So the pace for this chapter was really good. So I like the fact that they went straight forward into the answers and just got done with this really quickly. So I like that as well. So like I said, this was a very solid chapter for this week's Bleach. So leave a comment below and tell me what you think of this week's Bleach Manga chapter. Like, review, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more Bleach reviews from me, Thabreakmaster. So yeah, this is Thabreakmaster. Until then, people, break out. One last thing I almost forgot to mention is the fact that Akumi came by and actually gave Ichigo his Shinigami representative badge back. So since he has it now, he ends up grabbing it and he's like, I'm going. And now I'm curious, like, where you going? Like, who you going to meet? Who you going to be talking to exactly? I'm curious. Is he going to go back to Soul Society? Is he going to go back to Nimaya? I mean, how did he go back to Nimaya when he's at the Soul Palace? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like, what is? I'm curious what he's going to do. I don't know, because he said he's going, but I'm curious where exactly. I don't know. I can't think of exactly where he would go. I mean, is he going to try to meet Ryukin? I mean, it's possible. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm curious where his destination will lead him to. But yeah, I just need to add that in there. I almost forgot. Here is my thing. Dang it. Here is my review for this week's Bleach Manga chapter 573. Wait a minute. Crap. Yeah, let me talk about Katagiri for one. Katagiri is, yes, everybody was predicting it. Everybody thought, everybody, give yourselves a round of applause. No, give me high five. Give me high five right now. Do it right now. But, yeah, Katagiri is, in fact, the mother of Shin Uryu. Yeah! Yes! What? Is Uryu Ishida?
She said she. Dang.